Hello, welcome to Pop Cultured. This is the second episode this week, actually. I need to decide whether this is getting released first, second, or tagged onto the front of the pod. So I don't know yet. We'll decide that when it comes to editing it in a bit, because this is last minute. But things went down at San Diego. Dex had already booked to see The Odyssey, so unfortunately, again, Dex is away. But I can't blame him, because it's a flipping great film and he deserves to see it.
It's a great film.
Yeah. But he said, carry on filming because of everything that just went down yesterday. So Tom has joined me again to talk about the madness that went on in Hall H.
It certainly did. There was a lot. There was an announcement teasing like these really big things, and then these really big things happened. Oh, it's been a crazy 24, 48 hours for sure.
Yeah. So I actually know someone, not massively well. I met him at DragonCon last time. Nice guy. Probably meet him again this time. Who waited in the queue for 38 hours.
To go into Hall H?
By the sounds of it, he put 38 hours later, I'm in.
Okay, right. I've never been to San Diego, right? I know it's a crazy busy con.
Yeah.
Someone is going to have to explain to me how Hall H works, because like here in the UK, one of two things happen. We either have to get like tickets to go into the hall, or we can just go into the hall because it's part of the event that's running on.
It's tickets.
There's tickets. Okay, and what, the tickets are released on the day or before the day, or 38 hours?
I need to watch all his videos. He had to be there at 4:15 in the morning to be first in line. So he was actually on the second row. Yeah, when I see him again, I will literally I'll ask him like, what the hell?
What just
happened?
How?
Yeah, how?
Yeah. I would love to hear that.
But yeah, where do we start? Who do you want to start with?
Oh dear. Okay, I think let's start with Doomsday.
Yeah,
because I feel that's probably a very quick discussion that we could have.
They didn't announce a massive amount for Doomsday, did they? Like, obviously,
No.
It's the stuff we knew.
Yeah.
And they did release another trailer to the audience at San Diego, which has leaked online.
I've seen parts of it. Not everything.
I've seen parts of it. Doom says one of the coldest lines I have ever heard in an MCU movie.
We're not going to repeat that here.
No, it's flipping awesome.
No spoilers here. Yeah.
No spoilers, but it sounds epic. The cast he brought out was insane for a Comic-Con. Like, it was mental.
Oh god!
And then they opened them up at the back, and then they walked through.
Yes. Yeah. So, with the big X's and the A's, which is very foreshadowing about what's to come in the MCU. I really liked that. Yeah. That was a nice little touch.
That was really cool. My big takeaway from when they were talking about everyone is they actually said introducing Lewis Pullman as the Sentry, not Bob this time.
Yeah.
So I was buzzing. Yeah. I'm like, okay, we have to see him as Sentry now. They've said it. He's not just going to be in the background somewhere crawling about in his pajamas. We are going to see him at some point. There's been a few things that came out since in interviews and stuff about Doom's relationship with the Fantastic Four, which they know him already. Yeah. They already do know him, even though it wasn't mentioned.
Okay. So the way that obviously the Fantastic Four film ended, obviously Doom was with Franklin in their home and stuff like that. It wasn't clear in the film that they knew him, but has time passed between when Fantastic Four ended and
they've said in interviews that it looks like they're going for the Reed was at university with Doom.
Okay, that's fine. That's normal Fantastic Four storyline.
Yeah,
not a problem. But in terms of the film, they're not going to know that it's Doom straight away. They're going to have to find that out afterwards. No,
don't know. Listening to like Pedro and all them, they already know him.
Interesting.
Potentially.
Okay.
So he's already the leader of Latveria as Doctor Doom. Whether they know how powerful he is and everything like that is another question.
Okay.
But that's kind of what they were leading to. We'll go back to the panel in a second about what happened next, but Feige has just put out with Brandon Davis an interview because Brandon straight up asked him, fans have been saying about the lead up to Thanos and how that was built up. And he says, including me, that we're getting this with Doom, that it's just a drop of like the hat. Like, he's here. Yeah. That's it. Which Feige then said, yeah, that's kind of the truth, but not the truth. Because if you look back at Thanos, you only saw him 3 times for less than 30 seconds before Infinity War. Infinity War was Thanos' introduction and origin. If people actually look back, we just said he was coming. We didn't tease what or anything until Infinity War. He says Doomsday is going to be the same with that for Doctor Doom. So he's sort of saying that this is Doom's movie.
Which I understand, but I would argue that the 3 times that we saw Thanos
helped. Yes, I agree.
Helped. And I would argue that they were quite important because, yes, we know Thanos in name. You know, those that have read the comics, watched the cartoons before, we know who Thanos is. But for the general audience who may or may not know, something should have, again, this is all in retrospect, it would have been good to have at least one 30-second clip.
Well,
for Doom.
They kind of know that because they're re-releasing Endgame with a clip at the end that's going to tie in. So they know that.
Yeah.
That's where that's going to be, isn't it?
100%,
it has to be.
100%.
That end of Endgame is Robert as Doom somewhere, some capacity or something, watching or something. Has to be.
Yeah.
So, going back to the panel, they were obviously talking that. And then Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool popped up in the audience in a denim Deadpool suit.
Yeah. Great
originally,
Deadpool.
Well, originally people thought this was X-Force Deadpool. It's actually not. It's actually not. When you look at Ryan's story and everything, it was part of the joke that it was the Canadian tuxedo Deadpool.
Yeah.
It is a full denim jean tuxedo Deadpool.
I mean, that's very typically Ryan Reynolds down to a T. Look, yes, at some point, I guess we are going to get Deadpool in one of the 2 movies.
I think he's in Doomsday.
They'll find a way to bring him in. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. But it was a nice little touch for
it was fun
there. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's pretty much all confirmed. He's coming back in this somewhere. It's all but confirmed that we're getting Deadpool 4 as well, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
By Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, not at the panel they didn't say that, but he's all but confirmed they're doing it anyway.
They will find a way.
Yeah, have been emphasizing a lot of interviews, Chris Evans himself as well, calling Steve Nomad. And trying to say that this guy is not Captain America.
Yeah.
Which I like.
But I do. Okay, first thing I'm going to say, the Doomsday trailer that came out.
Oh, that's not Steve.
You've seen me. No. Well, is it though? Because and look, I get
it's
it.
Not our Steve.
But is it though? Okay, and the reason for that, look, I'm treating the trailer as a whole red herring. Okay, there's a lot in there that is going to deliberately try and throw us off. So we talk about what we see, which is what I've done. You see my videos, but it may not necessarily be what it is in the movie. For me, that Steve is one of the biggest red herrings. The only reason why I am skeptical about it is because if it was any other Steve, I don't think Mjolnir would have gone to him.
Yeah, but it did in the comics in Secret Empire. It still went to the Supreme Leader.
And I get that. But there were different bits and pieces as to why Mjolnir ended up with that Steve in that comic. But we're talking about the MCU here. Yes, there is a possibility. Yes, they could find a way. But Steve being worthy in Infinity War and Endgame, it was a powerful thing. They teased it all the way throughout the MCU that Steve could potentially lift Mjolnir. And obviously he ended up wielding it, etc., etc. If this was any other Steve, I don't think he would be able to. But again, red herring. I trust nothing in that trailer. I love talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Lifting the hammer is the biggest red herring there is.
Yeah. But again, that's for that to film, for them to do that. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not convinced either way, but I do lean more towards it being our Steve rather than another Steve. Okay. If they refer to him as Nomad or he takes on the Nomad persona, great. I'm down for that. But it's just a persona. It would still have to be our Steve.
Trying to think of any of the other things they said in the interviews of like significance. There's not a lot they could say. There's a
No,
lot that
no, no, no.
they were asked, and they literally openly said, "I can't say that." Like an
No.
interviewer
Yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
"Are you going to take the Doom mask off and it to be you, and everyone's going to realize?" He said, "I can't answer that." Like, of
Yeah.
course he can't answer that. I don't think was there much more on Doomsday other than like, here
No.
it is, it's coming, and this looks incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That there's, like I say, they obviously, yeah, the whole big thing, Doomsday, everyone's coming. They confirmed the cast. Obviously, they showed the trailer. It's like another one, or I think it was more for Endgame rather than for Doomsday. And then Ryan Reynolds popped up going, "Oh,
Hmm.
hey, don't forget about me." Blah 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 blah.
Hmm. There's
Either
rumors
way,
that
no, go on, go on.
there's rumors that at the end of it, like in Endgame, where people just turn up, there is 10 more heroes to add into the final battle of Doomsday that we
Well,
don't know of.
there were a lot of chairs. That's all I'm
Yes, there
saying.
was a
The
lot of chairs.
original
Yeah.
teaser, there was a lot of chairs. We have a strong contingent of those chairs in terms of the people that are in the movie that we know about already. But yeah, there are so many more
But there's
that
also a
they
lot
could.
missing.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Missing other dimensions,
Cap-
blah blah blah.
Captain Marvel,
Edited out the trailer. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's a lot going on.
Photon, Ms.
Yeah,
Marvel,
yeah,
Kate
yeah,
Bishop. Like,
yeah,
there's all,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I will say, just with regards to the trailer, the majority of the trailer takes place in the X-Men universe, which is obviously where Photon
Yes.
currently is. It does predominantly take on there. She was, the last time we saw her, in the mansion, which looked like it was getting annihilated in the teaser trailer, and obviously the main trailer that we saw as well. Yeah, there's a lot. We could deep dive that trailer, and it would be a whole separate podcast. Uh, but yeah, there's certainly a lot more to come, a lot more to be announced. We still have half a year to go, so they are going to be keeping stuff silent right up until when Doomsday gets released.
Well, this is just speculation, but I don't think these are the X-Men we know, if you get what I mean. I think they obviously are the X-Men actors we know, but they're not the X-Men from the 2000s. They're not them versions. They are the same actors because of where they were all left.
I see what you're saying.
Because Logan is canon.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally get that. But I think, and don't forget, Days of Future Past kind of retconned and reset everything, including Logan.
No, Logan is set after. Logan is set after Days of Future Past because then it leads into Deadpool 3.
Yes, but Days of Future Past reset an earlier timeline, didn't it? So technically, Logan again. Look, let's not get bored down to which timeline we're following. But my point is that I don't think they would want to complicate it by going, hey, it's the same actors, but they're different X-Men. Where they're trying to
they're just not going to touch on it.
Yeah, no, and I would say, well, if they're not going to touch on it, then it is the same X-Men, same actors, because they want to kill off that universe, and that universe.
Oh yeah,
spoiler alert,
definitely
is going to get killed off one way or the other. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. Whether any of them survive is another question.
Different question entirely. And I will say, as we're doing this, SDCC is still going on, and there could be more announcements before the week is done. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, Marvel's panel is done. The big panel is done.
Yeah. But that's not to say that there won't be. Yeah, we'll see. Plenty of time.
They had a Vision Quest panel afterwards, so.
Yeah.
Because they released some of the music, so yeah, there's still more, but yeah, we'll see. I think they want to keep a lot of it close to the chest until they release it.
100%. Yeah.
Same with Spider-Man. I mean, they've kept lots of that close to the chest, which comes out Wednesday, which is mad.
Yes. And the thing is that they have revealed Sadie's character.
I want to know.
I don't want to know either. I've avoided every video I possibly can because I don't want to be surprised. Yeah, absolutely don't want to know.
I was going to say something, lost train of thought. Yeah, I'm going to have to avoid everything on Wednesday because I'm going Thursday night.
Fair, okay.
Me and Dex have got an interview on Wednesday with someone really cool, so I'll be in the next day. So yeah, that was already booked in. So, and then I realised what the day was, which I'm not going to change the flipping interview. It's a fantastic interview.
No.
So I'll just have to media blackout.
Yeah.
Till I've seen
100%. Yeah, just stay off socials all day, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can go on
up
Instagram because
until
I know the people who spoil stuff on Instagram, so I could just be careful, like on stories.
no, dude, there'll be like something from Marvel themselves.
Oh,
You
God.
know there will be. Just stay
Yeah.
off of Insta. Like
Away.
again, it's the
Yeah.
same for me. I'm seeing it Wednesday, but I'm not touching online social media or anything until I see that
Until.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah. Fair.
yeah.
Right. The next two, the probably the big two. Where are we
Mm.
starting? Are we starting with the
Sh- sh-
recast or are we starting with the new cast?
I think we should start with the recast.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah,
a new
yeah.
Black Panther.
We do.
Uh,
And you know what? I I think that's well deserved as well.
He's brilliant. David
Yeah,
Johnson. He's
David
been
Johnson.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Alien Romulus, The Long Walk.
yeah,
This guy
yeah,
is really good, and it
yeah.
hadn't even popped into my head because a lot of people had been saying Damson Idris.
Yeah, that was another
But as
popular one.
soon as they said this guy's name and he walked on stage, it just was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
how has no
perfect.
one really said this guy? Because he's perfect.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When I found out, like literally the first thing I done when I woke up this morning was check out all the highlights. The second they brought him on stage, I was just like, yeah, no notes. That's a great choice. Ryan Coogler again, obviously handling the direction. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it, and I feel he is going to do such a great job, stepping into the very, very big shoes that were left.
Yeah. And although well, actually, we say it's a recast. It's kind of not, in a way.
Kind of
'Cause
not, yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
playing his son. I mean, we get
Yes,
why they're doing it, but he is technically playing T'Challa's son, T'Challa.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it is brand new. I mean, this movie looks like it's stacking up. I mean, they've got Denzel Washington in this thing.
Oh, dude,
Like, who
when I
is he gonna
found
be the
out
villain?
Denzel was going to be, I want him to be the villain because it don't matter what role you give Denzel, he's going to smash it. And if he plays the villain, I am so down for that. Sign me up already. I don't need to see anything. I don't need to see a trailer. Just
No.
sign me up already. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like, are we gonna have two Panthers? Because obviously Shuri,
Yeah.
or will she hand it over?
I think that's what will happen in the end, okay? Because you can't just disregard Shuri. You can
No,
have the
not at all.
you can have the double panther scenario, and I'm sure a majority of the film will be a double panther scenario, but there will be a passing of the torch, whether that's in the film or
Yeah.
something will go, hey, this is your Black
Yeah.
Panther now.
Yeah, you can't disregard her, not just film, like character wise. Letitia Wright didn't expect to have this role at first. At some point, maybe
Exactly.
down the line, she thought it was coming, but it came
Yeah,
obviously sooner than she thought, and I think she's handled it very, very well.
very well.
And then leading
Absolutely.
into Doomsday, so I think she deserves that, like, not send off. I don't think she'll go,
No,
but I think, yeah, she deserves her time to do the role now. She's got it and then pass it on. But in
yeah.
terms of casting, he's fantastic. And it's also been approved, like, by Chadwick's family now as well.
Mm, mm,
So his brother has put a post out saying, although Chadwick's never disclosed his wishes with the character when he passed away, he thinks how he was and everything, this is what he would have wanted. And they are incredibly happy with the casting that they have picked to reprise the role.
great. And that's it. That's all they need now, really, to move forward without any kind of worries or not hurting anyone's feelings. The crowd was very receptive to David coming up on stage. Massively positive reaction. I don't think there's too much to say apart from we're ready for him to step into Black Panther's shoes, and it could be almost a reset. Obviously remembering the legacy, that'll still be a strong theme in the film, I reckon. And then we can set him up, or they can set him up, or we can set him up. They can set him up to be a great, great Black Panther with longevity as well, because he's still quite a young lad.
Yeah, right. I think the big one, which I lost my mind over, if I'm fully honest.
I would say the one we just spoke about was the big one, but I understand.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
yes, okay, yes, the big reveal one. Like we had speculation, we thought they may do the Black Panther one again. The big reveal that we didn't know was coming at all yet. We have a Ghost Rider, and I could not be happier.
So again, swinging out of left field, Ghost Rider, Ryan Gosling is going to be playing, obviously, Ghost Rider stroke Johnny Blaze.
Is he?
Dude. Well, is he? Yeah. I mean, we don't know which Ghost Rider yet. Who knows? But we could guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether they go for whoever, he's going to do a great job. He's wanted to do Ghost Rider.
He's wanted this for so long.
Yeah. He's said that in interviews as well. So yeah, I'm really happy. Again, another great character, but there is a very big but with this, and a very big air of trepidation.
Is this the director?
No. It's got nothing to do with Sean Levy. It's got nothing to do with anything like that at all.
I think, I've got another guess.
Go on.
The same thing that happened to Mahershala Ali.
That they
believe
won't
it when I see it.
The project off the ground. Yeah, like the Blade movie has struggled. Okay, and it's still struggling. And Kevin,
it's kind of gone. He's kind of said.
Yeah. Kevin Feige has basically gone. I don't think it's going to happen. Not in those words, but he wasn't overly positive. He's left it deliberately in the air, but it struggled. And now what they're doing, at least in my eyes, is one of two things. They're either pivoting completely away from Blade, which can you
imagine if it just drops in Doomsday as a cameo, like Mahershala?
Well, you see, the thing is that would have been entirely possible, right? I don't think that's going to happen because, Doomsday's pretty set. Secret Wars, hey, you never know. It could happen. There's still plenty of time for it to happen in Secret Wars. But yeah, Blade has struggled to get up off the ground. It is basically dead in the water as it stands right now. We hope to God that project changes. But now what Marvel are doing are going, well, hey, we're now going to chuck not another obscure superhero. Obscure is a very strong word because, a lot of people know what Ghost Rider is, but it's in the same kind of area as what Blade is. And yes, we have had both mainstream Blade and mainstream Ghost Rider before, but it's one of those projects which could just as easily have issues getting up off the ground and getting into production.
It could.
And that is my concern with it. I don't want to sound overly negative, and I realize that does sound very negative, but it is within that same space as Blade and stuff like that, and whether they can actually get a script going.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more hopeful for this. The reason I say that is they brought a director out that has already worked on a Marvel film before, and they trust.
Yeah.
Still, I'm a bit like, I'll believe it when I see it, hopefully, and I want to see it because I love Ghost Rider. Of all the supernatural characters in Marvel, this guy is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Whether he's playing, I said on Instagram a story earlier, he's playing Johnny or Danny is a different question. I want Johnny, and I'm leaning towards them choosing Johnny more. One of the reasons is you've just cast Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto already. I could see them obviously using him again. I don't think he was. I thought he was okay. I want to see more of him, but I could have picked a better guy. I like him, but I just like Johnny better. Like Johnny better. Like Danny's backstory's okay about the gangsters in New York, and he grabs the bike and turns into him. But my favorite too, and I think the majority's favorite too, is Johnny and Robbie.
And Robbie,
which obviously he can't obviously be Robbie at all.
No.
And I want a full reset of Ghost Rider. Let's not skip Johnny and go straight to Danny. Let's start with Johnny. I really, really hope the Blade thing is still not dead, because if Blade's in there, Ghost Rider's in there, Moon Knight's in there, Doctor Strange, we've got a Midnight Suns.
No, 100%. I agree with you, and that is why I was so surprised that the Blade movie has struggled so much, because you could tell ultimately that's where they were heading. Okay, they had all the players set up There are different variations of the Midnight Suns, you could have done, but you had most of the core group there, and they've struggled. They have struggled to get a good script, to get the project off the floor. I want Blade to succeed. I definitely want Ghost Rider to succeed. I feel they'll probably go for the Johnny Blaze route because, one, he's the more household known, general audience known name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie, it is a shame that Robbie perhaps isn't going to get his time to shine. He's had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They could have just pulled him from that, but I understand why they're not. And yeah, Ryan Gosling,
Yeah.
he's passionate about the project. He's wanted to do it for so long. We can only hope that they have a better success with this.
I mean,
movie
this is
than
after
what
the
they did with
reset
Blade.
point as well.
Yeah,
as well.
very much
So yeah, it'll be after Secret Wars. So this is kind of going into the new status quo, which they've said some stuff will stay the same and transfer over, but there will be a lot of new as well.
Which there needs to be. There needs to be.
Yeah. Same as a comic, when they do an event, there's always a reset point. Like at the minute, there's Armageddon going on. There's going to be a big status quo change after Armageddon finishes.
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah, Blade's having a really hard time at the minute, obviously with the film, but also the game. The game is now, we've not heard a thing.
No,
and that sounds like it's on the Xbox side, and the studio that's working on it aren't in a good place with Xbox. So it's like Blade's in a really bad spot just in general.
Do you know the other game that we haven't heard too much about either at all?
Which one?
That was the Captain America one as well.
Yes, the Captain America Black Panther. Is it like something Marvel 1946 something or something
like
yeah.
that? Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we've not heard much on that at all,
that.
And it looked really cool.
It did.
Yeah, Blade's in bad spot, but let's get Midnight Suns and this. I was so happy with Ghost Rider.
There's the potential for so much more, and I think we as the fans can see that potential. But realistically speaking, everything's been struggling, and we're being cautiously optimistic over Doomsday and Secret Wars. I think that would be fair to say. Doomsday is going to be very, very telling about where Marvel and the MCU goes from here, because there is so much riding on this film. They have to get it right. They have to get it right. Like, they have to get it, 100%. I don't think 99.9% will work. They have to smash this, because the next 5 or the next 10 years of the MCU will heavily depend on the success of Doomsday, and they're already going to struggle enough because they don't have the IMAX screens either.
Yeah, I mean they've already said that they're planned for up until 2042.
Yeah.
So
planned.
They haven't. Yes, I know. Yes.
Yeah.
They haven't got the IMAX for Doomsday because of Dune, but they have already secured it for Secret Wars.
Yeah, of course.
So they've jumped in there, got that, because Spider-Man's not in IMAX either because of the Odyssey.
No, yeah. I when I was booking the tickets, I was just like, where the hell is the IMAX? And I'm like, oh no, of course, the Odyssey's still there. You do get 4DX and ScreenX and Super Screen viewings. But it's not the same. However, I will say, just little side tangent. Is it ScreenX or Super Screen, the ones that have the side panels?
X.
Is it X? So So the team for those types of cinemas or those types of screens came down to specifically film parts of Spider-Man in ScreenX. So they knew. So the film, how the Odyssey was designed for IMAX, Spider-Man is designed for ScreenX or Super Screen, whichever one it is. Yeah. But I'd rather
see it in IMAX.
I'd rather see it in IMAX. Yeah. Absolutely. There are a lot of 3D showings for it, though.
Yeah. Oh, there wasn't near us. There's none. Surprising.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of 3D showings.
But yeah, on a cosplayer's point of view, I was so happy for Ghost Rider because Darren iPhoto, who we both know has pretty much typecast me as his Ryan Gosling go-to for characters. So I've done Blade Runner, I'm doing Drive with him. He's asked me for Project Hail Mary. I've wanted to do Ghost Rider for damn years, just not had the skills to do it. I'm going to figure this thing out now. Somehow I will 100%. Figure this out. So
Just don't be lighting your head on fire for me. Like that's a no-go. Like just don't do that. including for Switch as well. Like there's going to be no setting you on fire. Okay, let's just clear that, get that sorted. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the announcements. I thought all the announcements were really, really good, really well handled.
Very, very much so.
Now it's just a wait and see. It's literally, that's
Yeah,
just all we can do,
yeah.
literally, is wait and see if this movie at Christmas works. I'm
There's definitely going to be
hyped.
more to come. Yeah, there's more to come. I'm hyped as well. The Doomsday trailer done exactly what it was meant to do for me, at least.
Hmm.
Get
Yep.
me way more invested in the film. I don't. I think I'm going to say I don't want to see too much more than that in terms of the
I'd be
trailer.
happy with that.
Yeah, yeah. If they drop a couple little hints or teasers as to something else in the film, I don't think I'll be too mad with it. But visually, I don't think I want to see anything else.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I'd be in the same camp, really. Yeah, that's Marvel, but I know this is something you probably want to talk about. Although Marvel was the big thing, the
Marvel was indeed the big thing,
yes,
but something else happened this week,
that
and
you'll
I
be very
feel that
very
we
happy
should
about.
talk about it. Yes. So obviously,
Lanterns trailer released,
Lantern.
the full trailer.
Yes, it certainly did. Okay, I've been, as you know, and as we've spoken about a few times already, I have been
Hmm.
quite excited for this show.
Yes.
When the first kind of teaser trailer dropped, I was like, okay, this is cool, but it didn't smash out the park. Like there wasn't that pizzazz. It was all very grounded,
Mm.
getting over the true detective side of things, but it's also Green Lantern. We need to recognize the sci-fi, the space side of things, and well, the new
Yeah.
trailer came out, and boy, was it a great trailer.
Yeah. So after the first trailer, I was in the camp, and I think I remember saying like, I feel as though there's no threat level to the lanterns themselves here at the minute because it looks like a cowboy western, and cowboys ain't got anything on a Green Lantern.
No,
But
100%. Yeah, yeah,
as soon as they mention, and we said this very briefly before we started, but then we decided to start recording before we did keep going.
yeah.
As soon as they said the name Manhunters, the whole thing changed for me, and I was like, right, okay. Although they look like cowboys, these aren't cowboys, and this is now a bigger threat than it seemed.
100%, yes. So yeah, obviously there's going to be a big thing going on with the Manhunters. We've also got some kind of shapeshifter alien with certain strapping. That's another big DC character. Whether it was him, whether it was another Martian, we don't know. But Martian Manhunter was teased as well.
I mean, they kind of said that they did say the Manhunters can look like anyone.
Yes, yeah. But they
So
don't shapeshift, or at least not
no,
in the
bit more
continuity that we.
Terminator-esque.
Yes, very much so.
Mm.
But goddamn, yeah, did that raise the bar slightly for me? And the space side of things, Oa, we got the prison cells. Obviously, our first look at Sinestro as well. It just looked glorious. It looked fantastic, and I love how they're also keeping the Green Lantern side of John on the down low for the time being. I really like that. I really like the fact that
Yeah.
he was told to imagine flying and then created the bird. Speaking of, we got more constructs as well.
Yes, we did. They look
We've got
great.
a
They look
lot more.
fantastic.
Yeah. Absolutely, they do.
Going on to the John thing. I'm still, and obviously this will be a big part of the story. I am
Mm,
really intrigued to see why they are sharing the ring because from lore we kind of know that when a lantern dies, the ring gets passed on. So
yeah,
why is Hal sharing this ring and saying, "Oh, he's my replacement," or knows he's my
yeah,
replacement
yeah.
when he's not dead?
No.
Like,
And
yeah,
so yeah, this is when I done my review of the first trailer. Obviously, the animosity between Hal and John is very, very noticeable, and it's the same here as well. He's treating John pretty much like a piece of shit right at the beginning of the trailer.
hmm,
Chucks water over him. Come on, Junior, get up. It's lesson time, whatever. I'm still leaning towards Hal is messing up or has messed up.
yes,
And obviously, the Guardian's like, well, no, you need to train a new recruit now.
hmm,
It's a good way to introduce John to us, the audience.
yeah.
Again, they could have gone for the whole Hal Jordan side of things, and there is a big argument to say that that's probably what they should have done. But the fact that we're going with John is great. I love John Stewart Green Lantern. He is absolutely
It's my
superb.
favorite.
Yeah, like just his backstory alone it's so worth it. It's so worth to see it and hear it. And if they touch on that even just a little bit, then the show could be something really, really special. Especially if they're going to combine it with True Detective and then add a bit of sci-fi in there. Yeah, I think and I hope that we are on to a really big show here if they do it right.
Yeah. The guy who plays Sinestro, I've never seen him in anything before. I know he's quite not an unknown actor, but lower down. He looks fantastic.
He does, yeah. No. He absolutely looks great. Obviously, in the science cells or in the prison cell. Did I still call them the science cells in the comics? I can't remember, but he's still in prison. I'm so down for it. I'm ready for it.
I want to see him in
Sinestro does
yellow.
it. Oh, 100% we're going to see him in yellow before that show finishes. 100% we're going to see him in yellow because they are going to need somewhere to take this show because it can't just be a one and done thing. You're introducing a
No.
whole brand new Lantern. You've got a universe to build. Aaron Pierre's going to be around for a while. Like, the show needs to move forward. And I think, them casually dropping Sinestro in prison, although when I watched the trailer originally, I had to watch it back because I thought Hal was in jail. But yeah, they're not just going to casually drop Sinestro in the trailer and then not have him to be this big overarching threat by the end of the episode.
Yeah. And by the end, we obviously will get John suited up. We have to.
Oh, 100% we have to. Yeah.
And I really hope John is in more of like the Justice League Unlimited look with the full black and then the green shoulders and the big green chest piece. And I really want that because I'm still not a massive fan of Hal's suit.
So yeah, look, there is a lot of stuff going on with the suits at the moment, but yeah, I think when John does suit up, it will look very different to what we've seen. So very, very different.
Yeah. I just hope I want that comic book look. I want the comic book look.
I'm
let's just
optimistic
go mad.
we're gonna get it.
Yeah, because he's in Man of Tomorrow. We know that. He's already been said that he's in Man of Tomorrow. So has your speculations on where Hal will end up change on this?
So no, I still think he's heading down, and I think this is why we're also going to see Sinestro in yellow by the time it ends. I still think Hal is going to end up either near or as Parallax by the time that season ends. Because it's one thing to like haze the rookie, to give the rookie a bit of shit, a bit of an
to be the
attitude,
way he is.
but to be the way he is, that's another level entirely.
Yeah.
And when Hal does talk to Sinestro in the trailer, he does look scared. He looks shocked when he says, "No, he's my replacement." It's like, shit, he's my replacement. Sorry, I don't know if I.
That's fine.
But he's like, yeah, this guy's taking my place. I don't like that. This is why I'm talking to Sinestro in the first place.
Yeah.
And yeah, or Hal could be dying, which is
that's a possibility. I never thought of that at all. That could be why they've told him to pick the replacement.
Pick the replacement. Hal has either been injured and or is dying. This is why he has to change it. And Hal is struggling to deal with the fact that he's going to die.
Yeah, never even thought of that. It's quite a good shout.
It's one of those two things, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Either way, he's so scared that he's allowing fear to take over, and he's losing the power of the ring. Well, his willpower. To power.
That's a good shout. I really never even thought of that he might be slowly dying anyway. I mean, he could be slowly dying and we still get Parallax. That could be the thing that saves him. Literally.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Right at the end, he's like, I don't want to die. Parallax.
Yeah. So, and look, we are saying Parallax because that is the most likely outcome or option for them to take. I think it's going to be 6 to 9 episodes long, usually. So again, it's possible for them to tell that story, but I don't know if we'll get the full Parallax event story thing within season 1. I would like to think they would take a little bit.
Definitely, yeah. I think they would know that you've got to take time with that one. That's a bigger story that you've got to do as a whole season, or even tease it in the next one, and then it's season 3 or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
But
yeah,
either way,
we've had some great stuff.
yeah, absolutely. This week has been great. All the reveals, all the trailers, all the pictures. Yeah, it's a great time to be a superhero fan, enjoying all the media that is coming out. And yeah,
Hmm.
I'm really, really looking forward to certainly the end of the year. But before then, in August, Lantern.
Yeah. Well, I might see more at New York Comic Con, so we'll see what happens there because they
Well, well,
sometimes
well,
do
yeah,
announce
you
bits.
know, yeah.
So,
Some of us are going to New York for
so,
a birthday or something, a relevant reason like that.
so hopefully I might see a bit more there, or be there when they announce it, which would be sick with
Mm,
everyone just blowing up everywhere with it. So we'll see what
that'd
happens.
be
But
that'd be crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, right, Tom, where can we find you on here
Ah,
quite
dude.
a bit?
Yeah, on here quite a bit, evidently. Cool. If you want to catch up with all of my content, please head over to Kaiju Bots, which is on TikTok, on YouTube, and if you want to find me on Instagram, it is This Is Gallagher's Work.
And you can find us at Pop Cultured, and it's my flipping god, every time I can never do it. Dex does it
Dex,
every time.
he can't do it, Dex. Come on, you
Dex failed
can't
it
just
last
go
time.
watch the Odyssey.
Dex failed last time. So
You can't watch the Odyssey and leave Troy to do it, Dex.
we are Podcast Pop Cultured on Instagram, and we are popcultured.pod on TikTok. I think something like that.
You got
Search
it.
for Pop
You got
Culture and you'll find us. But yeah, this may be in front of the actual episode we recorded the other day. So if it is, keep watching, and then you'll see what Dex thought of the Avengers trailer and of Fantasy Forest. Or this will come out Monday, and the next episode will come out Tuesday. Depends if I can edit them and get them strung together. We shall see. But thanks for listening. Take care, guys. Or is it just
Well, it's been a while, I think, for me anyway.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Yeah, I've got a special guest.
It's. I'm allegedly still a co-host in this thing. Here I am. I'm back.
Of course you are.
I'm back.
I'm not doing this alone. I'm not in this alone.
Well, it's fun
Never.
doing it with you. That's what she said. I've been watching a lot of The Office, so it's yeah. But it's good to be back. It's been a while. We've had so many events. We've had so much going on.
Yeah.
I've had so much going on, and Troy's filled
You
the space
have.
lovely, with some amazing guests and some good talks and his reviews and such. So holding down the fort, but here we are.
I've tried. Yeah. Quickly. To the guy on YouTube who decided to comment on our video saying, "Why the hell do you keep doing this? No one listens to you or no one watches you." Reason being is I've made a lot of friends from this. I love doing it. We've been to events from this if you look at our Instagram. So we're going to carry on doing it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
And it's fun. So thanks for the engagement, random guy.
Yeah.
Of course it's a guy. And yeah, we're going to keep doing it because we don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
We're just having a good time. So
Yeah. We are. So
yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah, cool. Well, it has been a lot going on since I've been on. There's been a few things happening.
Yeah.
You've given thoughts already on Doomsday.
I have.
Yes.
Shall I get the visor on?
Do it. If you're watching,
Put the visor on.
either on YouTube
Get the
or
visor on.
if you're watching the video on the podcast, Troy made that. He finished it like 10 minutes before I joined the call.
Oh,
That's
not very good with headphones.
as it turns out, but Cyclops doesn't need
There we go.
headphones. There it is. That's pretty good,
There we
actually.
go. There we go.
How much
There we
can
go.
you
That'll do.
see through that Cyclops visor?
Fairly well, to be honest. It's not too
Nice.
bad. Like, it's like my Daredevil ones. It's literally exactly the same. It's just
Oh,
obviously anything below here I can't see, and anything above here I can't see. Just like there's literally a little strip. Or I can do that,
Perfect.
and then I can see everything.
Lore accurate Cyclops.
Yeah, that's it. I just smash my nose on the microphone if you saw that. Dear. Well,
It's going great. It's going great.
it's going really good. It's going really good.
Yes. Well, it looks really good, the Cyclops visor.
Yeah.
I mean, Troy would suit Cyclops very well. There's many X-Men I want to do. I've not officially done.
See, I
single
haven't.
X-Men.
I haven't
Have
done
you
very
not?
many X-Men. I've done Wolverine and Deadpool,
Yes.
but Deadpool's like adjacent.
Yes.
Other than that, I've only even them, I've only like dabbled in them. I've not like done loads of them. Deadpool I did years ago, and then I've
Mhm.
obviously brought it back. Wolverine I did before the film, but other than that, no, I haven't really done them much at all.
That's interesting.
So,
Clearly, you've got Cyclops. I mean, I do have a Gambit that I've never worn. No, that's not true. I've worn a different Gambit. I've worn cropped up Gambit X-Men 97. It's the only X-Men I've done.
Yeah.
That's the only X-Men I've done. But otherwise, I'd love to do like Iceman. I'd love to do Nightcrawler.
I love Iceman.
Iceman's so cool. No pun intended. Fuck. That was literally just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's who else? Like some of the lesser known ones. You know, like Shatterstar would be cool.
That Shatterstar you'd suit so well.
Thank you. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun, I think.
See, I keep umming and ahhing, and it's just finding the right one. I love Magneto.
Magneto's so cool.
He is so cool.
And he has a lot of good points, for the record.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, there's so many good X-Men. It's like one of the ones I grew up watching. So that, the Spider-Man animated series, and the Batman animated series were like what got me into like geek culture and comics in the first place. So I think I owe it to myself to do like a proper X-Men, you know, like with a proper like comic suit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're all going to be in Avengers Doomsday, which is crazy to me.
So what did you think? Because obviously I spoke to Scott and Charlotte the other day.
Yep.
Because we were doing the Odyssey review, and it just dropped out of nowhere.
Yes. Okay. I don't know how much my feelings have changed since watching the trailer, because I was optimistic but apprehensive. I'm more optimistic. I wouldn't say I'm less apprehensive, but I am more optimistic. Like, they need to nail this. This has to be the best thing they've done in years, film-wise. Like, they've done a great TV shows, like really good TV shows, in fairness. Obviously, Daredevil, X-Men 97, Wonder Man, excellent TV series. But a film, like, this is their bread and butter, and they haven't really nailed it in a long, long time. I really enjoyed, like, I wasn't prepared for them to show so much Gambit. Like, I thought, like, he would appear in it for a bit, but he's properly in it, which is great. Channing Gambit. And Shang-Chi is back, obviously fighting Gambit, which was an interesting... It's the same with every Avengers film. They always fight first, but so that wasn't a surprise. But it was interesting to see Gambit hold his own, as far as we've seen, against Shang-Chi, who is one of the most powerful, with the 10 rings, one of the most powerful beings in the Avengers.
He's mad powerful.
Mad powerful. It was really cool to see some of the settings, like New Avengers Tower. It was interesting to see how they all kind of like apprehensively were interacting. This is what I like. This is what I'm excited for. To see all of them kind of like interact with each other, because they all have such strong personalities. And we were worried about this, it certainly was, when Infinity War came out. It's like, how are you going to balance all these characters? And they nailed it then. And I'm really hoping they do the same now. There are obviously some big, very notable people missing, but understandable. No Guardians of the Galaxy, which is sad. There was the X-Men appearing in their comic accurate suits. Cyclops, as we've discussed, comic accurate suit looks fucking wicked. All of the costumes look amazing. I will say that easily. Like, jeez, I'm trying to think what else. I quite like Downey's accent as Doom.
I love it. I've got to be honest.
Like
I really like it, and I like how it doesn't sound like Downey.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely that. And I don't know if we're going to get a face reveal. Is it kind of what we were saying before, that it's just Downey in a suit and no one comments on it? It's just they just picked a really good actor to be Doom? Or is it going to be multiversal variants and there will be a moment where they show his face and everyone's like, what the fuck? I could see it working either way. I could see them taking either direction with it. It was interesting that Thor did the voiceover for all of it. I don't know. I mean, he's kind of somewhat looks to be set up as like the de facto leader or the uniter of the Avengers, which makes sense. He's the only one really left from the original crew. Like, Hulk's in it as well, but like Thor might be the glue. Is he not at all? Oh, I'm mixing it up with the Spider-Man trailer. I'm mixing it up with the Spider-Man trailer.
We don't know.
Yes, good point. So that's Thor, but it also made me go, will he die? We've talked about this before. Does the heavy voiceover and the like massive speech he's giving make us want to like yearn for and like feel for him? And then when they inevitably kill him, it hurts that much more? I don't know. You were saying something interesting about the Steve Rogers reveal, though.
Yeah. There's a few people saying this online that that's not our Steve. That it may potentially be from an alternate universe where he is part of Hydra.
Which has happened in the comics, yes.
Which has happened in the comics. It was called Secret Empire, where he pretty much was like behind the scenes doing everything and then launched the plan where he was like the leader of Hydra and took over and everything. And I believe, and I could be wrong, if someone can correct me on this, I still believe he is worthy. So that would mean that this is a trick. and it would not surprise me if he turns on them at some point. So
It would be a great setup, a great rug pull, especially for the audience.
yeah,
Not just the Avengers in it, but like the audience as well, to be like, oh, this is such a cheap trick. I can't believe they brought Captain America back, but he's not Captain America. It would be a great reveal. So
it would be really cool.
yes, they did do extensive reshoots, and it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I'm just guessing. I didn't really look into it, but I'm just guessing that Chris Evans was involved in a lot of that. I feel like it was a last-minute decision to bring him back.
He, by the sounds of it, is one of the main characters, actually.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was. It potentially wasn't that he has been planned to be one of the leads in this. It looks like, from the poster as well, the trailer made out that Thor was like a lead in this, obviously with the tour, but the big mural poster they released, which was by Andy Park, and unfortunately this was the last thing he did for the concept art with Marvel, which we discussed a while back, which we don't agree with. He's been there since the start. Reed Richards and Steve Rogers are front and center.
Interesting.
And they've also, in an interview, said that they are the leads, potentially.
Interesting. Okay.
So that makes me think they're the leads because of the Tony Stark connection for Steve and the Doctor Doom connection for the Fantastic Four for Reed Richards.
It does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just still excited to see how they all interact. Like I've already said, we know that there's going to be a bit like Infinity War, factions that go to different places to try to do stuff, presumably to recruit people against the fight for Doom. With the fight against Doom, I should say. The Wakandans end up back in Namor's underwater realm, Talokan. His costume is amazing! His costume!
It is so good.
It looks just like, or very similar to, I should say, because his chest isn't bare, but it looks very like one of my favorites, and your favorites, I think you said. It looks from the comics, which is, it's so amazing. Not all of the costuming in this is so like specific and detailed down to the comic inspiration, and I love it. It took 20, 30 years for us to finally get comic accurate suits for the X-Men, for example, but yeah, I'm here for it. So
like, yeah, if you look on the poster again, although we didn't see him in the trailer, you can see Nightcrawler in his costume. You can also see Magneto in his red and purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mystique
so is wearing white.
Mystique in the white. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks fantastic.
Looks amazing.
There is, as you said earlier, there is a few absences that are very strange. Obviously, they may not be showing them just yet and holding them back. Spider-Man being one. Captain Marvel.
Yes, good point.
Photon.
Photon, yeah.
Beast.
Two very powerful
we didn't
beings.
See
no Beast.
Beast.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. There is a few missing pieces of the puzzle, and there's more being teased at San Diego as well at the minute. I don't know if you've seen the thing about the Latverian witch that's going on.
I haven't, actually.
So the Latverian witch is a suit they've shown on display, which is like a female Doctor Doom. And in the comic, speculation is that it's Doom's mother, which I thought, it's going to be Doom's mother. It sort of like leads itself to it from the post and everything. However, when everyone went in the next day, the costume had changed to orange.
Oh.
So the overalls of the character was a Doctor Doom suit, but the robes were now orange. And then they've gone in today, and now they're purple.
What?
So I don't know, there's a lot of people speculating on the line. If this thing goes red, is that Wanda, purple for Agatha, and doing all that bit? I don't know. I'm not sure now with the colours, because originally I was like, nah, it's going to be his mother or some relation or something. Now I'm not so sure.
That is interesting. And orange as well. What's orange? I wonder. We haven't seen White Vision either. Where is he at?
White. He's got a series coming out in November.
True.
Which,
just before it, but yeah.
Chris Pratt is also in as Star-Lord.
They did say Star-Lord will return, so...
Yeah, don't know how that works, but yeah, there is actually a few other Marvel things came out of San Diego. We have touched on Miles Morales.
Yes.
And said Miles will be coming once the trilogy of Spider-Verse has finished.
Yes. A live-action Miles Morales, yes. I wonder who they'd cast. I'm sure, like much like Spider-Man, they would cast a fairly unknown but capable actor. Would be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, he's obviously too old now, but is it Caleb McLaughlin who was in Stranger Things?
Yes.
Would have been amazing.
How old is he?
He would... Late teens, nearly early 20s now, maybe?
He is 24. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too old. Miles
he's
is actually
passing
maybe
as
younger than Peter, so...
Yes, it's true, yes.
I mean, younger than when Peter started. So Miles in the comics, I believe, was 13 when he started being Spider-Man.
Right. Well, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another
maybe-
absence from the Avengers thing. Ms. Marvel. You didn't see Miss Marvel?
Oh yeah, true.
Or Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, very true. And Hawkeye's still kicking up. He lives. Hawkeye's
Yeah.
somewhere. So
But yeah, so they have said that. I love Miles. Really excited to see Miles in a live action. Kevin Feige all but confirmed that unfortunately we have lost Mahershala Ali as Blade. That is just gone.
the project's just dead. That's a shame.
He says he feels though he feels like it's his biggest loss and mistake that he's made. Not the mistake casting him, the mistake of not getting it done.
Yeah.
Because he was perfect. It was 7 years ago that got announced.
Oh my God. Jeez. That wow. Time's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. 7 years ago. Yeah. That's a shame.
And he was in Eternals.
Yes.
At the end.
He was. There's another thing. We've not seen any of the Eternals. We've not seen any of the. Not that they necessarily matter. We've not seen like. Oh God, Hercules. We've not seen.
Nope. Mordo.
Freaking Mordo. Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. No Doctor Strange. Just yeah. Very odd, but
Yeah.
yeah.
They also said they have got everything planned until 2042.
Yes.
And that the next Phase 6 will go back to a linear universe. It will go back to a single storyline, no multiverse, and the X-Men will be the core of that universe. There will be things brought over that are familiar, but a lot of new stuff.
Okay. I'm
I
here
will be
for
46.
more. My sweet Jesus. That means I'll be 56. My God. Oh no. Well, that's a sobering thought. Oh my God. And we'll still be doing this. So
Hopefully. Yeah, that's mad.
this is probably the furthest they've planned ahead, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, my speculation is it's very strange that they dropped the Doomsday trailer before Hall H on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, I think, probably is Hall
Oh, yeah,
H,
shit,
or is it
yeah.
Sunday? Yeah, tomorrow. So we'll find out more. Very, very strange that they dropped that before and without things. So are they going to drop us a big bombshell or something? Because the trailer would have been the big thing to release and to show and stuff like that.
It's true.
Are we going to get X-Men cast for the future? Are we going to get some more reveals? They're obviously not going to, I don't think, show another trailer. Someone was speculating, have they done a secret project that's going to be the release in between Doomsday and Secret Wars? Because that is it. We have Doomsday and then Secret Wars. No films in between.
Yes, that's a good point. Ooh. Okay. I've not been excited for the possibility of a Marvel announcement in a while, but this is cool. This would be a cool thing.
It's only speculation.
No, of course.
But it does seem weird that they dropped the trailer.
Yeah. A massive gap in their schedule. Like, we've not had only one Marvel film in a year since it started, since the MCU began.
No.
Really? And, like, even only two is rare, for this year. So, well.
I prefer it, though, if I'm honest.
No, I agree.
I prefer
I
it.
agree. Yeah.
Because it gives everything. I remember the year Black Panther came out, we literally had a Marvel film every other month, and it was like oversaturation. Not so much that I wasn't enjoying them. I mean, the quality wasn't as good. It was the fact that nothing got time to breathe.
That's it. That's really it. We couldn't appreciate the characters and the storyline, and before like them having to set up the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So yeah.
But yeah, hopefully tomorrow night we will know more. This will probably be posted Monday, but I may, depending what we get, if there is something big and stuff, Dex may be busy, but I will probably jump on Sunday and do a quick record to because I will want to talk about it in some capacity. So yeah, there will probably be an extra episode next week.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, that's our bombshell.
Yes.
Bigger than Marvel. We're doing an extra one. Yay. But yeah, I will probably talk about it, so I'll jump on and do a quick record, one of them quick update things, because it will need talking about.
Yes, that's true. I mean, we have a fair few things that we can't talk about just yet that we're going to be releasing soon. I was at an event on Tuesday for video games across the UK. It was a celebration of video games in the UK and indie game developers, as well as some bigger studios as well, and I can't talk about any of that until the embargo date passes. And we have a special guest that's coming soon that we're hopefully going to record with next week, who reached out to us.
Really cool.
Who reached out to us for some dates.
Really cool.
Very
We reached out a long time ago to this person, and they couldn't come on for legal reasons. And something has happened recently. We'll talk about it on the day, and they are now allowed to. And I was shocked that I was going to message them and say, can we start sorting out? They messaged me to say, can we sort this out now? So I am super excited for that.
Yep. And cool legal reasons. They're not an ex-con. Not that there's anything wrong with that. In fact, maybe I would be interested to see on an episode of Getting Cultured what it's like in prison. So if you know any prisoners or ex-convicts.
Can we get Joe Exotic?
Oh my God, could you imagine if we got Joe Exotic?
I know a podcast that got him as like an interview guest, and they had like 30 minutes with him while on a prison phone.
This would be the most unhinged episode we've ever had. I'm here for it. Let's start contacting some prisons. That's crazy. But
my dad works in one.
Yeah. Does he?
Yeah.
My mate works in another one. So there we go. Huh.
Yeah, there we go. We could do it. Yeah, we'll sort it.
We could do this.
Live from HMP Ramby. It's pop cultured. See what they thought of the Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Yes, let's get their thoughts. I wonder, did they get new films in prison? Probably not. I'd see
the
things I genuinely don't know.
And stuff.
Yes. Oh, okay.
They have
that's
PlayStations and stuff like that. So they will be able to play it. They will get GTA 6.
They'll get it before me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But
anyway, we do have a special guest coming on next week
for legal reasons.
What a tangent.
Weird, like, tangential connection to prisons. So I went to download in June, and I opted for the gold toilet package, which came with a very, very nice toilet. They were still public toilets, but only certain people could access them, and very nice showers. So about the showers, the standard showers at download, I showed them to my mate, who works in the prison system, and they said, I was like, oh, wow, these showers are awful. Like, they must be like prison showers. And they said, no. Prison showers are nicer.
No.
Yeah. Download showers are literally shower heads along a wall. That's it. No barriers, nothing.
That's grim.
Hence why I opted for the gold shower and toilet package.
Oof.
So
was it gold? Was the toilet actually gold?
I wish it was, but it was a very comfortable poop. So there you go.
That's fine.
Yeah,
nice.
That's fine. Anyway, we talk about the important things here on Pop Culture.
Yeah. We have had another trailer that came out. I don't know if you had a chance to watch this. Clayface.
Yes! Oh my God, yes. Sorry, that was very loud.
My God, this thing looks really good and interesting.
Relentlessly body horror, and I love it. Like the unapologetic shots of his melting face constantly.
Yeah, the
brilliant.
Scissors.
Oh, when he takes out the scissors on the plane
to cut his own eyelids open.
Yeah. Oh.
This looks grim.
Yes.
Like I know we've had body horror stuff like The Substance and The Beauty was on.
Yes.
Disney, which kind of a little bit Clayfacey, but Clayface did actually come first, so
yeah, that's
they kind of took reference from him.
Yep.
We have officially already seen Clayface in this universe in Creature Commandos, and it is the same one.
Same actor, same character as well. Yeah.
Character. So yes, and then obviously teased at the end. He will become the full monster version that we know.
And actually, hang on a minute. When I remember when they were saying his name in the trailer, and they're like, Matt. And I was like, I thought Basil Karlo was the Clayface. This is a different Clayface.
Yes.
Aha. That's what I was missing.
It's Matt Hannigan. I believe it's Matt Hannigan.
Matt Hagen?
Hagen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm only familiar with the Basil Karlo incarnation from animated series, and obviously the original, but yes, I don't know what the difference is between Basil and Matt, but
I'm not too sure. Yeah, that looks really cool. I'm really interested to see that. Literally, while we've just been talking, they have just dropped the Rings of Power Season 3 trailer. I'm not too... I will watch it, but it's let me down a little bit lately.
Yes. When you were mentioning about the lore they changed, I was like, oh, that does make sense, actually. Or rather, it doesn't make sense, and now it makes sense why people don't like that they changed the lore. Yes.
Yeah. And very soon, probably tonight at some point, we will get the full Lanterns trailer. Which, again, I've come around to be really excited for this series now. This is really...
Yeah, grounded and, like, you know, human. Which is what I was not expecting that from a Green Lantern story, you know.
Exactly. And I'm really intrigued the way they've gone, but what I'm most happy and intrigued about is the fact that DC are sticking to what they said and going into different genres massively. Like
Yeah.
Clayface is a body horror. It's a horror movie. It's a low budget horror movie. I think it was 40 million to make it. So it's lower budget. I mean, it's not the lowest for a horror, but still. And then Lanterns is very true detective, like crime, espionage, and it's actually is an adult series. It's not for kids. Like,
No, you can tell by the trailers, the language they
Yeah,
use, and like, the way they interact with each other. Yeah.
but I'm really happy we're getting different genres within the superhero genre.
Yes. Yes.
Because
This is part of
it's what we
Marvel's
needed.
problem. Yeah, it's totally what we needed. Part of Marvel's problem was they followed the formula, and it was a great formula, and it worked for over 10 years, and then it didn't, And I think that leads to, well, has led to a lot of the current superhero fatigue or perceived superhero fatigue is like everything was the same. Everything was the formula. It was a thrill ride, but nothing else. Whereas this, the DC universe allows them to take these creative risks that are just going to be more interesting overall. For good or bad, like some may not land with people, and they're okay with that. Like they don't need the mass appeal that Marvel was going for. So great.
Yeah. I think Doomsday will be on that sort of like Marvel formula.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's like, I mean, I expect nothing less because that it's a spectacle one. It's the big one. I hope after that we start to go into this more different things a little bit. Because Thunderbolts was a step in the right direction of that. I felt Thunderbolts was definitely it was still the formula, but it was a little bit different enough to be very interesting. But yeah, from Clayface to Lanterns and some of the other things they've got lined up, like Swamp Thing. You obviously go into the horror with that. They've already like the Paradise Lost will be like Game of Thrones, but with the Amazons.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think DC is in a good place. Supergirl didn't do great box office wise, but I think we're still in a good place.
I agree. And I think in a way, kind of like I was saying, like it kind of doesn't matter because again, they're not going for mass appeal. Like not everything will be a hit with everyone. And like the people who love Supergirl love it, and the people who love Superman, which actually is most people, love it. The people who love Clayface might not like Superman, and vice versa. And again, that's okay. It's a very strong choice, and I think the superhero genre in general needs strong choices now. So,
yeah, definitely.
Let's go. There was one other trailer I want to mention. Resident Evil.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yes.
Have you seen it?
I have seen the trailer.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Am I going to be able to sit through it?
Because it's too terrifying.
This thing does look creepy as hell.
Yes. Yeah.
In a great way. Way. But will I be able to sit through it?
I mean, give it a try. As in, try Zach Kreger's other films. I harp on about this every chance I get.
Watched Barbarian.
You've watched Barbarian? Okay. Amazing. Yeah. Yes.
So I know what I'm in for.
Yes. Sort of. Apparently, because they have the film's done. It's been done for months, and people have already seen it. And the early reviews were, 1, it's amazing, and 2, it is relentless, like end-to-end terrifying. So, yes. I love the Easter eggs that he's included. Like, and Resident Evil 1, this feels very tonally similar to that, Like, he's in the hospital, doing his job. The green med kit, great callback to the original Resident Evil. When he goes to the farmhouse. The typewriter, having to scratch for ammo. The ammo box is the same ammo box as you find in the games of the shotgun shells. The fact he finds a shotgun above the fireplace, callback to the games. Loved all of that. I loved all of that. And as you've already said, it looks terrifying. So,
it does look creepy as hell.
Yes.
But it needed to be because of what they did with the Resident Evil films before.
Yes.
So yeah, we needed that. We needed a switch. We needed a change.
We need a true horror Resident Evil.
Do you think?
Yeah, do it.
Do you think we'll get any? I don't think we'll get cameos, but do you think we'll get any mention of known characters?
Maybe offhandedly. Maybe not by name, but offhandedly. Something like because this starts at the same time as the Raccoon City outbreak, which is Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
So I don't know if we'll get like over the radio, like something calling out minor characters like Marvin from the police station, who's making a radio call out or something like that. Something deep, like a deep cut like that.
Yeah.
Or, I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, just something like not overtly obvious. Like, they'll probably mention Stars or, Umbrella Corps or something, maybe. But again, it'll be offhanded, like on a radio in the background or something. Knowing him, I don't think he'd put it front and center. Like, you won't see Leon to be like, "Hi, I'm Leon Kennedy. Where's everybody going? Bingo." Yeah. But I like that. I like the subtlety. I'm speculating here, but if he did do this, I would like the subtle approach for sure.
Yeah. More news out of San Diego. I don't know if you saw this, and it's really nice to see him back. Johnny Depp is doing Scrooge.
Yes.
And actually appeared as Scrooge at the con, which is brilliant. Had an interaction with someone who was dressed as Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
Which was really cool. He also had a dig at Trump. I don't know if you saw that bit.
I did not see that bit, but that's cool.
He started walking in and said to all of them, obviously Ebenezer is all about money and stuff like that. He's like, all the taxes will be raised, and I'm going to put tariffs on everyone, and then just slammed the door.
Phenomenal.
So, really nice to see him back.
That's awesome. I heard offhandedly at Fantasy Forest, which we'll get to in a moment, that he's returning for another Pirates film.
I don't know. I hope he does. I love him as Johnny Depp, as Jack Sparrow.
Yes. An older Jack Sparrow would be interesting to see, actually.
Yes, it would. Like, would he be the main character now, or would they have someone else and he's like the Barbossa character?
Be interesting. I'm actually here for that approach. We've had a lot of Jack Sparrow-centric films, not all of them good, most of them actually not, but the first film is amazing, second film's pretty good, third film's okay, and they kind of go downhill from there, but like, I enjoy the character, but we've done
I am weirdly in the camp that my favourite are the first and last.
Really? As in 5? 1 and 5?
Yeah, I really like 5. I know that's like out there, but I really enjoyed 5.
Can't even remember it, which is probably tells you what I think.
Salazar's Revenge, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yes, it was Javier Bardem, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked some of Jack's one-liners in that film. Like the one that always sticks in my head is obviously the girl is with him who's reading the stars so they know where they're going.
Oh, yes.
And the ghost can't come on land, so they obviously stood in the sea, and she runs off, and they're talking to him, and he says, "I'm really sorry, I've got to go, because my maps just ran off." And the way he says it, and I really enjoyed that film. I think that's the one where he does the bank vault escape as well, which is really over the top and mad, where he actually rides the bank vault. It's a bit Fast and Furious.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It's very Fast and Furious. Fast 5, specifically.
Yeah.
Yes. That does ring a bell.
Yeah.
No, I remember very little of it, sadly. Huh?
I won't get my favourite character if they do another one, which is Barbossa.
Barbossa, yes. He is excellent.
He's died twice now.
Yeah. It's this one seemed pretty final. But no, he's a phenomenal character. Absolutely phenomenal character.
So fun.
Yeah.
I hope he does come back as Jack. I really do, because it is his most... I know he's done some iconic roles, but I think that might be the one, like, most iconic for him. Don't you think?
Yes, I do agree. When you think of Johnny Depp, you can't not think of Jack Sparrow. He's, as you say, other iconic characters. Edward Scissorhands, but, like, one film from ages ago. Yeah, like, no, it's gotta be. It's gotta be Jack Sparrow.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. So...
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see that whether or not that happens.
Yeah.
But
and more San Diego stuff will be coming out tonight. I'm just having a quick scroll because literally it's going on while we're on.
Yeah, while we're recording. Yep.
A little bit back, they showed the Blade Runner 2099 trailer, which looks really good, which is really fun because our friend Sam Trapjaw is in this series.
All right, Sam C. Wilson. Let's go.
Yeah. So he will be in that, which is really nice to see, and he is in the trailer. I think he's in the trailer a couple of times actually. So yeah,
there's that. Sam.
Well done, Sam. Mattel 4 hours ago just posted the poster for Matchbox the movie, which I just don't really know.
Okay,
that's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
God. I was going to joke and say they'll make a film out of anything these days, but I mean...
Really, really randomly, and this dropped today, and it looked great. It looks really good fun, and I'm going to go and watch it as soon as we're done on here. What is the exact name of it? Is it Stuart Fails to Save the Universe, or Stuart Fails to the Universe? It's the spin-off of The Big Bang Theory. It actually dropped today, and it looks It looks really funny. It
It's
looks
got good
really
reviews.
fun.
I didn't know
Has
this.
it?
Yeah, it's got good reviews. Yeah.
It actually takes the Big Bang Theory and actually really puts the sci-fi stuff into it. Like
That's
real.
cool.
It looks
That's
really
interesting.
fun. And like they've took all the best side characters and put them all into one thing.
That's actually a
Which,
hilarious idea. That's
yeah.
quite cool.
So it's Stuart, Kripke, Bert, and I always forget a name.
Denise. I'm looking at the cast
Yes.
now. Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch
Oh my
that because
god.
it looks fun.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know this was a thing. Well, that's cool.
So yeah, the first episode dropped today, so I'm gonna go and watch that in a bit because
Nice.
I think that'll be really fun.
Very nice. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
so all the news. It's been 40 minutes of news, and 10 minutes of us sticking around as always, which I'm here for. Yeah. What else we got? Well,
I was gonna touch on. I think it's only right because we always do actors passing.
yes.
I want to try and find her name. The young girl who was in Godzilla X Kong, unfortunately
Oh.
passed away at 18.
Oh my gosh.
Kaylee Hottle. Unfortunately, it sounds like it was a car crash.
Gosh.
So yeah, 18 years old.
Oh my god.
And it's a shame because we're getting Godzilla X Kong Supernova, I believe, next year, and it's going to have her featured and Sam Neill featured.
God, double passing.
Yeah, in
No.
such a short period of time, they both
Yeah.
passed nearly the same point.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
yeah, sad news.
my gosh. Yeah, that's
Uh,
yeah, I'm reading about it and I didn't even realize that's so awful.
Yeah. I also I know this isn't pop culture, kind of, but if you're not from the UK, you won't know her. We lost a woman called Anne Widdecombe the other week.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which I don't care what your political thoughts are in the UK or anything. It was very sad news because she became a bit more of like a TV icon from like
Yeah.
her stuff on Strictly and everything. And
Yeah.
even her political opponents said she was the nicest, lovely woman. It didn't matter if you were on, you could literally be arguing on the stage together against your political thing. And as soon as you got off stage, she was like, "Do you want to go for a drink?" And it was awful what happened to her. So I just wanted to touch on that.
She was murdered by the sounds of
Yeah,
it. I didn't
a
realize
28-year-old, and he travelled 300 miles from down the road from us here,
that. Holy
do it.
crap.
and did it with a hammer.
Oh
So,
my god.
a
Jeez.
coward
Yeah, that's
who wants locking up. But I just yeah, she was known very much in UK TV, and I just wanted to touch on that because a lot won't know her. But
yeah.
I just thought it was very sad news.
That's no one deserves that. That's an awful way to go.
No.
Oh my god. Regardless, again, as you say, regardless of what you think about her political affiliations, like that's not okay. Don't.
No.
I can't
No.
condone murder of any of that nature.
And
of any
nothing,
kind,
and
like-
nothing she had done is anywhere near as bad as some of the political stuff that happens at the minute.
Absolutely that. I'm shaking my head
Nothing.
vehemently, nodding my head vehemently. Yes, you're totally right. Of all the people to go for, like,
She was 71.
jeez.
What a coward is all I'm saying about the guy. But yeah,
Jeez.
very sad news. I just wanted to touch on those two
No,
because
fair
they are
enough.
sad news.
Fair enough.
But yeah, let's brighten stuff up a little bit.
Hmm.
Me and
Let's
you
go.
went to a festival this weekend.
Last
Last weekend.
probably yes. This past weekend, probably my favorite event in all of the UK. Actually, now that I think about it some more, like it's always the one that leaves me. I get a bit, post-con blues, post-con depression when we leave MCM, when we leave MegaCon or whatever. Fantasy Forest Festival, which takes place near Sudeley Castle, in fact, and around it every year in July. Not far from me at all. But every time I leave Fantasy Forest, I always feel very melancholy because it is unlike any other convention or anything that we get in the UK, It is, yes, firstly, it's a festival. They don't market it as a convention because it's not. It's very immersive. If we've not talked about Fantasy Forest before, here we're doing it again. Or here we're doing it for the first time. Please go to Fantasy Forest. And it's not just fantasy either. There's stormtroopers there. I saw cyberpunk people there. It takes place literally in the grounds of Sudeley Castle, so you get these amazing fields and trees and nature and the castle itself. But it's just so immersive. Everything is such a vibe. Everyone is there to have the best time. Everyone's so positive. You can camp there. You can obviously there's hotels and stuff nearby, but everything about it so wholesome and positive. It's the closest thing we have to a proper Renaissance fair. Like, that's a big thing in America. And actually, an American friend of Ugo's came over, and I was talking to her about it. And she was like, yeah, we have Renaissance fairs in the US all the time because we don't have that as part of our history. So we, like, cosplay your history, basically. And I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
They're cosplaying British history. But we have it, in Britain, it's just a thing. Like, this is just part of our history, so no one makes a thing of it. These people make a thing of it, and it's amazing. Like, to actually have a fantasy, setting that's so, like, engaging and encompassing and immersive. Yeah, I cannot recommend Fantasy Force enough.
Yeah, I've literally been since the first one. I don't think I've missed one since it first started. And the size that this thing has grown to compared to what it was originally is mad. Like, there was literally like 10 stalls when I first ever went.
Can't imagine that now.
I've got photos when you look back, like people around the water section where that is, and there's like 10 people.
Wow.
And now you cannot move.
Yeah. It's so packed. Don't let that put you off, because they do expand it every time as well. Like, there's more and more and more space, and and literally everyone is just there, like, appreciating everyone's costumes. Obviously, you don't have to dress up. Most people do, but, like, appreciating everyone's costumes and everyone's fandoms. And again, it doesn't have to be fantasy, but, like, you will walk around as a fantasy character and see other people from that same fandom, and you will just have the best time. Like, I was Roronoa Zoro from the One Piece live action on Friday night, and 5 Luffys at once came up to me, and we got pictures, and we were chatting, and, like, they must have been in their 60s, 2 of the Luffys, and they were a married couple, and their daughter is Alice Strange. Shout out Alice Strange, who is a performer. She's a singer and songwriter who performed at Fantasy Forest, and I saw her on the Saturday, and she was incredible. Her music is amazing.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like, it is just that sort of vibe where you'll connect with people, just having the best time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying this. Dex is probably the best Zorro.
That's very kind. Live action, I don't see many live action Zorros. Maybe that's all it is. So, I don't know.
No, he is amazing. So
well, thank you.
Yeah, I do really enjoy this. It is fun. Obviously, weather dependent.
Yes.
We did have one year where it absolutely hammered it down and it wasn't great, but we made the most of it. And yeah, it's a really fun vibe. Like, the nighttime part of it is really fun. It seems to just carry on into like midnight with the band going constantly, and it's encore after encore after encore after encore. They don't stop.
Yep.
They have the big burning ceremony where they build a wicker thing each year, and it's a different animal each year, and they set this thing alight. And it's a whole ceremony thing.
Yes.
It's really nice.
It's lovely, actually. It's a lovely ceremony. And it brings people to tears, because you can write your, like, wishes or fears or whatever you want to place upon this massive effigy, this wicker creature. It's huge, this thing they make. And you can just, let your fears and your, like, let your fears go, and, like, let your wishes go into the universe. And, like, it's very soul healing. It sounds really lame. It's not. It's amazing. I promise it's amazing. So, yeah.
Would you have any improvements? I've seen there's been a few things online, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but I want to know if there was anything for you.
That's an interesting question. Is there anything I'd improve personally? I don't know. I think they should improve some of the space around the main stage. Just give us a little bit more space, because the main stage, back in the day, was fine. But now that there's so many people going to Fantasy Forest, when everyone goes to Ye Banished Privateers, who are often the headliners playing at Fantasy Forest Festival, they're a pirate band, been around for ages, and they're amazing as well. Everyone goes. And what ends up happening is that if you're, like, trying to go to a food stall nearby, it, like, backs up onto the main stage, because the amount of people that are now going to watch Ye Banished Privateers is incredible. So give us a bit more space around there.
Yeah, someone said the same about the wicker ceremony, to be honest.
Yes.
That it needs to be bigger, because it's getting to a point where you actually can't get around it. This was by far the biggest, most packed year they've done yet, and I think this is the first time it showed.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah.
So for me, the big thing that, not the festival itself, once we were in, it was fine. The big thing that let it down was getting in.
Queues were crazy long.
And they could not handle them. So we ended up literally queuing through the car park, like through the cars. It was about an hour and a half to get in. At one point, there was one guy trying to organise the entire thing, and we were behind the back of a caravan and we had to go round the caravan to get into the next part of the queue. And I said to him, I went, mate, you might want to go around there and start organising it. And he went, it's all right, I've got it under control, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I actually said to him, I went, well, your Saturday queue's just formed into 2 queues and one of them's just joined your weekend queue, so you might want to go and have a look.
Oof.
And with that, he ran off to try and sort it. And I'm not saying I'm right every time, but I was right. They had just joined into another queue that they weren't meant to.
Oof.
In the end, I actually
point there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
In the end, I actually went. I said to Em, obviously, stay in the queue and everything, and I went up to where they were doing the tickets and just said to the girl there, "You need more staff out here because there's one guy out here and he is losing control of it."
Mm-hmm.
I said. By that time, they had got 6 different Saturday queues.
Okay, wow.
That were not just organised, they were just all leading into one place or trying to. So there were people that were just joining, not going to the back. They'd made their own queue. And then, obviously, everyone where we were was now getting stuck and not getting in because this other queue had formed, which was now taking priority.
That's awful. They need like barriers. They need like some sort of like proper, like, I hate to say it, like an airport queue or like a Disneyland ride queue where they have barriers that like, block off exactly where people need to stand.
Yeah.
They did have barriers, but only when you got closer to the actual entrance.
Yeah.
Like, and that was it. I don't think they were expecting this amount of people, but they should because it sells out on the day the tickets go on sale. Every year. The day the tickets go on sale, they're gone. So
So people in the queue were literally having to try and organise themselves. They were literally saying to people, the weekend queue's there, this is queue there, this is queue there, which that should be staff.
That should.
And there was people everywhere just not knowing what to do.
Jeez.
So that needs sorting.
Yeah. They need to prepare with like 5 queues for the Saturday already, already blocked out. Because the weekend people, like, we walked right in, obviously. Like, there was a minor queue. It maybe was 5 minutes because we'd already been. We'd have our wristbands and stuff. But then there's the bag check. And so if you have all the queues, like, forming into one bag check spot, that is also a bottleneck. So... yeah, that's bad. That's a very good point, though. That's a good bit of feedback. Fantasy Force, if you're listening to this, you won't. But we will send you some feedback on the feedback form. So there you go.
Yeah. I don't know if you felt this. I've seen a few online. There's been quite debates online and stuff like on the Fantasy Forest Facebook page because there is one, and I recommend joining it if you're not past it.
I am in it, yes.
There has been a few people saying that they don't think the stands were diverse enough with what they were selling. There was a lot of the same all the way through.
Interesting. That's interesting. Like, the same, like, as in everyone sells swords, everyone sells jewelry, and it's always the same kind of jewelry.
I think that they were saying, like, oh, it's another leather stall, oh, it's another so-and-so. Yeah, I'm literally on the Facebook page now to see if I can find any of the bits. I know that was one. Yeah, so...
interesting.
That was one.
I mean, maybe that's why our friend's stall sells out pretty well each year, because our friends run it's a cool little puppetry stall that they make themselves. They make all the puppets themselves. They love puppetry in general, obviously, and they sell really well. Another friend of ours makes single-player and now 2-player single-player RPGs, like books, and you can play like D&D by yourself, basically, which is a cool idea. He sold out. He also sold out of this new card game he made, so that seems different. That is not another leather stall. It's not none of those two aren't another sword stall. It's not another, metal jewelry stall that you see at every medieval market across the country. So yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe you need something different.
Yeah, there is something here, I think, that really does actually need touching on. Someone on the Facebook page is disabled. And they said that they're not so much getting around, obviously, because that's going to be a bit of a pain, obviously, with the place. But they say they have a chronic illness and started to feel sick, like, during the day. And none of the volunteers or staff knew where a first aid section or anything was at all.
That's bad. That is bad, actually.
And then they ended up actually leaving the festival because they didn't feel safe, because if they had seizures and stuff, no one knew anywhere to get anyone to help.
There needs to be dedicated first aid stations.
Yes.
That everyone knows where they are. Clearly marked big flags. This is the place for flags. Put up a big flag of like a medical sign or something. Yeah.
And she's actually said unless this actually changes, unless they put a statement out, she doesn't feel safe coming again. That's a sad one.
That's a
That's
sad one.
sad.
That is a shame. That's a huge shame. And
Yeah.
obviously, like, I can't imagine that's how awful that is for them. So, oof. For them as in the disabled person who's affected by this,
Yeah,
that
I think
sucks.
that's something that really that does need looking at. Yeah, there's a few weird ones. Yeah, I'm just trying to read now. There's a few saying about Wi-Fi
Mm-hmm.
that should. I don't think that's so much Fantasy Forest. That's Sudley Castle, really.
Yeah. There's just no signal.
They're
It's
saying
just,
that a lot of the store sellers were struggling to sell stuff because they hadn't got signal, and people don't really carry cash.
No, not anymore. It's 2026. I mean, that's fair. If you are at Fantasy Forest and you're trying to find your friends, good luck. Weirdly, you will run into each other because inevitably it's big, but it's not that big. But if you try to coordinate, if you try to call people, you will not get through. There's no signal of any kind.
No.
Whatsoever. And again, that's kind of just the village it's in, but like, yeah, Wi-Fi, dedicated Wi-Fi, I don't know, something like that. That's a lot of infrastructure though. That's a a big cost presumably. So
yeah, but the festival itself is there's obviously things that always need ironing out at places.
Yeah.
And tweaking and stuff, and even the biggest places will need to tweak stuff every so often. And I'd say it's kind of harder to run an outdoor event than an indoor event as well because of the facilities and everything.
Totally.
And the unpredictability of the weather and everything. So they are always going to have things turn up that they don't expect or that they need to try and rectify slightly. But
Yes.
on the whole, it is very well ran, and we recommend going because it is really fun.
100% that. And, not that you'll get a chance to this year, even if you are listening, unless there's tickets on resale, but I said that Fantasy Forest Festival takes place every July near Sudley Castle. Now, it also takes place every September as well, near Hatfield House, which is much further south to a lot of people, and much closer for a lot of people. So, September Libertalia, Fantasy Forest Libertalia, is taking place for the very first time this year. I am going. Troy's not going because he's going to Dragon Con. We're both going to a cool thing. Dragon Con's amazing, though. I do want to go. But Libertalia should be very exciting. Yes, you did.
I bought tickets, and then we didn't realise that they changed the weekend of Dragon Con. They brought it a week earlier, so it meant we can't go.
Well, that means there might be tickets available because people like Troy might be reselling theirs. So
yeah, exactly. So keep an eye out, definitely.
Yes.
I think it's Tixel. If you go on Tixel, that's the one that they use to do the resellings for Fantasy Forest. So Tixel's your place to go to.
And they are official resales. Don't worry. Like, people have sold and bought tickets on there just fine. You know, it's totally cool. Yes, I'm very excited to see the very first Libertalia. It's a very different setting. Hatfield House is a manor house, whereas Sudley Castle is obviously a castle. So I don't know what they're going to have, but I'm excited. I love Fantasy Forest. I'm hoping this lives up to the July Sudley event.
Yeah, I think it will. Another setting, completely different area. A lot of the people who are further south who seem to complain that they can't come up north, which is always baffling to me. Like the Secret Con, it's like it's at Magna. Why is it always never in the south? It's too far away. I have to travel down south to your cons
All the time. All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
So get out your house and travel. Yeah. I'm glad they are now big enough that they can run two events, which is nuts. From, as I say, when I went to that first ever one.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That is crazy. That how far it's come, you know. Yeah, I think I only started going on like the second or third year, actually. So I wasn't there from the beginning, but even then it felt very quiet. My first one was 2022, 4 years ago. So I've not missed one since. But yeah, if anyone's listening, if you've not been to Fantasy Forest before, go to Fantasy Forest, try Libertalia, and then definitely try Sudley next year when the tickets go on sale. And again, they sell out the same day. So
yeah, you have to be on them.
We literally sit at our computers until the time ticks over, and then we buy the tickets on multiple devices. Like, it's like going to a concert, honestly. It's like Beyonce.
Literally.
This is our Beyonce. So
Yeah. Probably not as bad as Dragon Con for the hotels.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah. It's still bad.
Yes. And if you do decide to camp, I have camped 2 years before, 2 years in a row. And obviously, if you can, it's a big enough pitch, and not everyone camps, so you can like easily reserve space for your friends. So you can have a little campsite together. The toilets. I mean, I hate camping, and I thought Fantasy Forest camping sucked, because that's because I hate camping. And then I did download camping. Download camping, if you've done a big festival, like a music festival, is infinitely worse. So Fantasy Forest is a breeze comparatively. I was like, I gotta walk 5 minutes to a porta potty. Download was 40. I walked 40 minutes. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Exactly. And the download toilets were disgusting. Fantasy Forest are at least usually pretty clean. And talking about earlier how I got the gold package at download, that download fancy shower is the standard shower you get at Fantasy Forest with a regular camping ticket. So it's the exact same shower. I walked into the download one and I was like, I've been in this shower before. These are the Fantasy Forest showers. So yeah, camping's
I did
cool
a lot.
if you're
I
into it.
did a lot of camping as a kid, and I will never be camping again.
That's fair. Everything's just an inconvenience. Everything is just that much more difficult
You
to
can't
like.
lie in.
Yep, correct. No chance. No chance. Good luck peeing in the middle of the night. Bring a head torch.
Yep. Nope.
Bring comfy shoes. Yep. You can't just.
And then you get woken up by someone who shines their head torch into your tent.
Exactly. So you're either the shiner or the shiny. No way around it. Yeah. But hey, people are into it. And again, Fantasy Forest camping is pretty comfortable. There's no electricity, and you can't have an open flame, but like you can have an electric hob. Or not
there's no
electric,
signal.
a gas hob. There's no signal, that's true. There is signal at 1 a.m. when everyone starts going to sleep and turns their phones off. There's suddenly more signal. So, yeah, as I discovered one year. So,
Wow.
yeah. But hey, if you're into camping, give it a try. Fantasy Forest camping. If you're not, then don't, but go to Fantasy Forest because it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. That's the end of my
Nice.
rant.
Yeah, I think that's us. Let me just
That's
have a quick.
us.
Shall I have a quick San Diego Comic-Con look?
Yeah, let's see if there's
See
anything
if anything's
last minute.
gone up. The
been
last
announced.
minute's gone up while we're there. They're getting ready for the Green Lantern stuff, definitely.
Okay.
Ooh, is there anything? Doesn't seem like there's anything just yet.
No. Okay.
Yeah, no, nothing yet. Absolute Batman coming to HBO Max.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yes. Is that it?
Oh no, that's not real. No, that's not real.
Oh, that's
Ignore
not
that one.
real. Okay.
Yeah, I think
No
it's
fake news here.
literally pretty much the Lanterns thing is coming. They've just released a poster and stuff, and they're teasing them going on stage to talk about it, and that's all we know. But as I say,
Fair
I
enough.
will probably do a video when we know a bit more in a day or so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, our next events are MCM Birmingham in August. I'm also going to England's Medieval Festival as one of their featured creator
Mine's
guests. Yours is tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I am doing one day up at Manchester because I am meeting Finn Jones, the Iron Fist.
Nice. The Danny Rand himself. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
And then next weekend I am at Bury St Edmunds with the Masters of the Universe cast.
Yes, they are. Yes, you are. Yes, they are, and you are. You are the He-Man there. Our friend John as Ram Man will be there. Kojo, I think, is going. Triclops.
Yes, I
Yep.
believe so. James, who plays Mechanic.
Yes.
Spycore.
Other
Beastman.
James, who plays
Yes.
Trapjaw. Yeah.
Yep. There's a few. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
loads.
Very cool. If you're in Barrie or you want to travel down to Barrie for Barrie St. Edmunds Comic Con, you will see Troy and the Masters of the Universe cast there, as well as a couple of our friends. Shout out Craig, who is Skeletor, is going with you.
Is She-Ra.
There you go. If you haven't
It
seen
will
the
be the
film yet,
first
watch the
outing.
film. It's currently on Amazon Prime, streaming
And is
now.
really doing very well on
It's
Amazon.
the number one film
It is
on Amazon currently. Yeah.
number one in about 25 countries.
Rightfully so. It's so fun.
So-
It's just fun. Yeah.
Hopefully, we may get more if it does well.
Yes. Very cool.
They are obviously thinking it is because there is tons of toys at San Diego Comic Con for Master of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
So
People are coming out of the
They have
woodworks
no-
now, being like,
Yeah.
"Oh wow, I do love Masters of the Universe. It's been ages, but I love Masters of the Universe." That was me, to be fair. I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, and then I was like, oh, "Damn, this thing is cool. I remember this."
yeah,
Huh. So yeah,
so
good times.
that's really good news. But yeah,
Very good news.
where can we follow
Nice.
us, Dex?
You could follow us
Because
on Instagram at I'm so good at this at Podcast Pop Cultured and at TikTok and on TikTok at pop.culture.pod. I've not done it right once. Why am I going to start now? I need to keep the
You
streak.
do better than I do, and I picked you up last week about it that you do it so much better than I do.
Podcast Pop Cultured on Instagram, pop.culture.pod on TikTok. That's it. And YouTube, check out our YouTube. Comment, even if it's mean. We don't care. So yes, that's us.
Yes.
Thank you
That's us for
listening,
this
if indeed you
week.
still are. Till next week. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.